Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Spit It Out podcast. My name is Eric.
Ashley.
JC.
And Joey.
Welcome back to the Spit It Out podcast. Hope everyone had a safe and positive week. This week's been pretty easy going for me. Nothing crazy. I actually get my second vaccine next week, which is pretty exciting.
Good for you, puppy.
Good. That's awesome.
But yeah, so with time on your hands, with COVID and all that, sometimes people like to pick up new skills. So when it comes down to like learning new hobbies and skills, it takes time to master. People say, "Oh, you're natural. Like you're natural at cooking. You're natural at, hitting a baseball, whatever."
Yeah.
So when it comes from like natural talent or like, what'd you call it, Joe?
I call it inherent, or there's some people that are known as prodigies. Like it's just something that's been with them pretty much their whole life. That they finesse in it. That they're just really good at it basically from the start. I can think of that actually with a friend of mine as an example. For as long as I've known him, and I've known him for many, many years, but for as long as I've known, he has been a master of piano. Like, he is not only playing really well on like a full-size piano, he makes up stuff on the spot. He can pick up literally any sound and associate it with a note. He can play with, like, he's just sat around on the stool and played with his keyboard, or with his hands back to the keyboard, and still make something right then and there.
Wow, well, that's amazing, eh? That sounds really, really amazing. He says something like, since the first day he touched the piano, it was easy for him. Like,
right.
Yeah. Mm.
I mean, he's told me that he hasn't been playing since birth or anything. At some point, he got into piano, and it just kicked off, like, completely in a direction he wouldn't have had any other talents before that.
This one also reminds me. You ever watch on what was channel? I think it was Comedy Channel or Discovery Channel. Lee Stan's Superhumans. Then they were capable of doing other things than regular humans don't do, and they were like bending iron or like chewing things, And I remember they interviewed this guy, this acrobat guy. He said he was like, I can't remember, he was 3 or 4 years old, and he just wanted to do a flip, and he did it perfectly. And he was like, "Oh, so you're a natural acrobat?" And he goes, "I guess so, because the first time I tried, I just did it, without no fear or nothing." So that's true. People is born with certain talents. Whatever your talent is, you just natural at that, whatever it is.
Yeah, I mean, some people say like baseball players have like supernatural like hand-eye coordination, right?
Yeah.
I mean, to hit a baseball from 60 feet away, which is a pitcher to home plate, it takes like 0.627, I don't know exact number, but milliseconds to see, because an average MLB pitcher throws 96 miles an hour.
Yeah.
So that's going to you from 60 feet. It's like a blink, like less than a blink of an eye to realize, is it a strike? What kind of pitch is it? Where is it in the strike zone? And when should I start swinging?
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta basically do all those 4 things in like a split second. And if you're off by a little bit, you're out.
Yeah.
You don't get a hit. So you question like these MLB players, like do they have that supernatural or superhuman ability to have hand-eye coordination like that, right? I mean, I never made it close to the pros, and I can hit a baseball. So like I'm like, I think I have pretty good hand-eye coordination.
Yeah.
But how bad is mine compared to theirs? Like they're just a whole nother level.
Yeah, they're on another level.
So it's crazy.
Mm-hmm. No, but yeah, and also there was this time also that I always watch a lot of Discovery Channel, and also there was this, I can't remember the name of the TV show, but they were saying also when you're in the womb, and you practice some things, or your mom practice some things like whatever it is, you can start to like
Learning.
from the inside. You start learning the skills too. So that's why when you come out, you already know how to do certain things.
That kind of happens in several kinds of ways because isn't that, correct me if I'm wrong, I think that's also associated with like how some people get hooked on something or like dependent on something is if the mother has it around the time of her pregnancy.
Yeah,
I mean, that's right.
place, all that stuff. Because I remember this and I remember this more clear with Miranda. When her mom was pregnant with her mom texted me that she wanted meatballs if I could make them, but I didn't taste back. Alright? Now Miranda really loves meatballs. She goes crazy for meatballs. So that's true, when the woman, your mom, craves something or do certain things, they come to you. You're learning. It is true.
Yeah, I mean that's also, don't they say like you don't do drugs, smoke, or drink alcohol? I mean obviously it's unhealthy for the baby, like the fetus and stuff. But who knows? Maybe if your mom was a drinker and you made it through the pregnancy, okay. Maybe when you get older, you get addicted to alcohol.
That could be also a reason, and that's also the environment. We all grew up with alcoholics.
Yeah.
We all did. We all grew up with alcoholic people around us. There's always a friend that is alcoholic.
So I kind of bring up about that like inherent natural talent versus something you can learn, you can acquire it over time. Because one of my recent jobs, now that I've moved down here, I've been able to pick up a few part-time jobs. And funny enough, they're in the food industry once again. But instead of being on the delivery side and only some of the food prep, I'm actually getting more developed into that cooking food prep atmosphere, and that's not usually a thing I'm good at when I'm at home. Like I'm lucky if I can put a Lunchables together and not burn anything. But and I have at home like had a DiGiorno pizza and the entire thing was black into the oven because I didn't check when it was done. But luckily it hasn't happened at work. It's actually something that's like, okay, I'm somewhat familiar with this. They broke it down in a way that I could follow the instructions and start to try to remember this, so I can get it a little bit smoother and faster with it, so it takes a little less time and people get their orders a little bit quicker. And that kind of feels, I don't know if it's like I've always, had this hidden talent. People have said that before, or even like my friend from earlier saying like, you haven't had this experience yet, but you didn't know you could be a natural at it or something. I don't know if I'm going to be naturally a cook. With the new jobs, it's allowed me to adapt to that better and be more comfortable around the kitchen than I would have been at home, like before that.
So you think now you feeling more comfortable cooking because you working in the kitchen now more time?
Yeah, exactly.
Because when
it's a little bit more than just put these ingredients together that are already pre-made in a box. It's like, no, I have to go find those things myself and take the proper measurements for them and then heat them up or whatever I need to do.
That's good, Poppy. I'm so happy for you, because when I remember when I said to you over here to start cooking, you just didn't want to, and now look at you, see, life was, this is the amazing thing there, seriously. I just like how life works sometimes. No, because see, like now he's talking like he's really excited, like the cooking and everything, see, and back in the day he didn't even want to do it,
In a way, Joe was forced to learn because of his job.
Yeah.
Right.
But sometimes you have to go out there and try new things anyway. For example, like when I do my cruising, which is like a smaller longboard, skating kind of thing, I said, fuck it, let me do it. What motivated me to do it was I saw videos of my niece in California doing it. And I was like, oh, that looks fun. I was like, it'd be cool, like if I'm out there, we can go riding together. And I was like, let me get one and start practicing. I don't want to say that I'm a natural at it, but the very same day, for the first 10 minutes I was nervous and Juan was outside. He's like, stop being a pussy and go. And I was like, I'm holding onto the car and, trying not to fall. He's like, yo, just go. I'm like, all right, I'll go. So finally I went slow. And then I went on the street. It was like a slight, decline. And within the next 2 days, I was able to ride around with like basically no problem with, losing balance or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it could be someone else doing it. Like, let's say my sister decides to get one. It could take her a while to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know.
Yeah.
Same thing with me, though. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but, like, when it comes to cooking, I can do the dirt basics. But if you start giving me recipes, like, if you want me to look like the fucking photo in the cookbook, you're expecting way too much. Like,
Yeah.
So everyone has their, I've said this before. I've said this to you, Joe, personally, at a personal level. Everyone has their strengths and weaknesses, right? That's why you shouldn't compare yourself to others. I think of it like a poker game, like that song "The Gambler" by Kenny Loggins. Know what to throw away, know what to keep, play your best hand. That's all like life. Everyone gets their good cards and bad cards. You put your good cards forward, and you work on your bad cards.
Yep.
And you do what you can to win the hand or win the game, which is life. You gotta figure it out. So, not everyone is great at everything. I have my weaknesses, and I have things I'm good at.
That is really true, because Albert Einstein once said, everybody is a genius, but if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing that it is. And this is, this is a really good example also for school, because everybody wants to judge the person just because you're not good at math, you're not good at science or anything like that, or other topics. But not everybody's meant to be that person, Like right here, see? It says right now right here.
Yeah,
if a school you're gonna judge the little kid that is good at music because he's not good at math, so there's no progress for him.
Yeah, you can't judge him.
You can
it's
judge
the
him.
truth.
Yeah.
Even in professional level, right?
Yes.
And with there's cooks at little chain restaurants, great cooks for where they are.
Mm-hmm.
But you always have there's always levels to it.
Levels, yeah,
right?
levels to it.
Like
Yeah.
in baseball, I think I'm a pretty talented baseball player, but from my comparison, Marcos is 10 times better than me, and he made it to the Double-A, played college. Double-A is minor leagues for professional baseball.
Mm-hmm.
He played college, excelled and did great, and I'm like, wow, he is so good, right? But then from his level, he's not even that good because the next level up is Triple-A,
Yeah.
and after that it's the pros.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, in the facet of baseball, you might be good, but there's other people that are better.
There's
There's people that are also not as good as you.
Yeah.
Whatever level you are, you're greater than someone else.
Yeah, I think practice is a skill,
Mm-hmm.
You just have to do it every day. That's what they always say,
Well, even
be the harder worker in the room, be the hunger ones,
for sure.
Because that's what it is.
Even if you get that inherent skill, like you're a prodigy and you're a natural talent. A good example is one of my favorite baseball players, Bryce Harper, right? When he was 16 years old, they were comparing him to LeBron James. Like, he's the LeBron of baseball. Like, he's the next biggest thing, yada, yada, yada. All right, and he's a phenomenal player. But don't think that he never practiced or he never worked out or, ate healthy and stuff to maintain his health or better it or, enhance his skills. Granted, he was amazing. Like, at 12, I was listening to another podcast called Starting Nine. I think it's Barstool as well. And they interviewed him, and they said to him, like, when did you know, like, baseball was your thing? When did you know, like, that's my career?
Mm-hmm.
Or when did you know, like, I'm pretty good at this?
Yes.
So he refers to a tournament he played in. I think he said he was 12 years old, playing with 14-year-olds, right? In the span of the tournament, 3 games or so, in those 3 games, he went 12 for 12, which means out of 12 at-bats, he got 12 hits.
Nice.
But it wasn't just a hit. He was 12 for 12 with 11 home runs and 1 double that went off the fence.
Damn.
That's fucking insane. Even the host of the Starting Nine podcast, he was like, wait, I don't know if I heard you correctly. Did you just say you went 12 for 12? That's how amazing that was. And look, and you know,
Yeah.
he works out very hard. I follow him on Instagram. He works out. He eats right. You know, he does what he has to do, cause to still improve.
Yeah.
And he's one of the the best to play baseball today, like current baseball. And then there's, believe it or not, there's even people better than him. So it's like, they work hard. So my point being is, just because you're a prospect, just because you have natural talent, just because you're successful
No,
now,
they still have to work
you
the
still,
same.
Exactly. You
The
still
same.
have to work
Yeah,
hard. You
hard.
still have to hone your craft.
Yeah.
You still have to try to do better each day. It's not gonna be an easy easy ride.
That's why they say, like success is rented. You do it every day. You have to work hard for it. And it is true. It is really, really true. It's always rented. Your father said it, and he's proof of the hard work. Yeah.
I mean, even Ashley, I'm sure like when you first started cooking and doing things like that, it wasn't like a walk in the park, right?
Yeah, like I didn't like cooking. I used to eat what you eat. So it was movies, sandwiches, pizza, cereal,
The microwave
ramen.
is the best thing ever invented.
I didn't get to do a lot of microwave. My mom, we didn't own a microwave because my mom was like, it gives you cancer, and we had a toaster oven. I really didn't like cooking ever because at the time I had an eating disorder, so I thought that if I knew how to cook what I like, I just have no self-control and just fucking, let's just, it's 3 a.m., let's have like a fucking 4-course meal. So I purposely didn't learn how to cook. Like I just knew how to do eggs, pancakes. I wouldn't even learn how to do rice because I love rice. So I was like, no, any foods that I really do love, I won't learn it. And then my mom moved away, and then she was coming to visit me during Thanksgiving, and I didn't want to spend money on food, so I had to sort of just learn how to cook, because my mom's one of those people that, like, if I asked her for measurements on food, like, she would say, I don't need a measurement. She just do, like, how much to add for each entree and stuff. So I was just like, and if I did try to help, she'll just tell me to get out the kitchen. So I never really cared to cook. And then when she was visiting me for Thanksgiving, I had to learn. So, and then after that, I just started, when I became a vegetarian, she showed me how to saute something, and I was like, I like that. And then I just wouldn't stop sauteing. And then after that, I started posting my foods on Instagram, and then a lot of people were liking them, so then I just started cooking a little bit more.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
pretty well those meals. They're really
Ashley is a pretty damn good cook, I would say. And the cool thing about it is, notice how she said, like, she's vegan, right? But she doesn't force that on other people. Like, if we're eating together, she'll be like, Eric, what do you want? Like, doesn't have to be vegan, whatever, right? And same thing for Juan.
good. Yeah.
So, like, she can make so much stuff, and, like,
I pray for the best, sorry. 'Cause
she's
I don't taste it.
she's a great cook, and my sister's also a phenomenal cook. My mom's a phenomenal cook, and it's like, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. So Ashley's a great cook and barista. Those coffees are really good.
Those coffees are deadly.
Oh yes. She made yesterday one of those. She made coffee cubes.
Ice cube.
No, ice cubes, and I don't know how the hell she made it, but it was so good. Yeah.
He had the whole tray.
She's on another level right now of making coffee.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But it took the
Yeah,
whole point being is it took time. It
Yeah.
took practice. It took failure.
Yeah, it's only
Like,
if you're
the
interested in doing it.
Well, yeah, don't do something like, don't push yourself to do something, or don't let people force you to do things you don't want to
You
do.
don't want to do it. Seriously,
Like,
it's not worth it.
example of that for me is like, my dad's the basketball guy, like, as you heard in that episode, he was All-American or nominated, whatever fuck it was, anyway. He's really good. But I told him I didn't want to do basketball. Sophomore year of high school. It was a hard decision for me because I enjoyed it, but I didn't like it that much.
Yeah.
But I stuck with baseball, right?
Yeah.
So, one of the stories, don't force people to do. I'm not saying that he was forcing me to do anything, but I knew I didn't want to do it, so I told him.
Yes.
But do things that you're interested in for sure. But as far as cooking goes, Ashley is easily one of the best cooks. Like, I don't know, maybe it's because I'm Italian, but like I'm surrounded by so many great cooks. My grandmother, like lasagna, next level, like 7 layers, cheese, sausage, meat. It's fucking fire. Like everyone goes like, "How's lasagna here?" I'm like, "It's alright." Because my expectation is grandma's lasagna. You know, some people go like, "Oh, grandma's cookies." No, grandma's lasagna. Right?
Yeah.
My mom has her fried rice, her lo mein that she makes, and the family recipe for ribs. So good. Angela, she can make a great
Anything.
well, anything. Yes, like
She would give me a pile of dirt and I'll eat it. I'm like, thank you so much.
it tastes great. Organic? Like,
Really organic.
but
Really
no,
organic.
Angela's a great baker. She can do my favorite thing she makes is bolognese spaghetti, like pasta bolognese.
Oh yeah.
So fucking good, right?
Bolognese pasta.
Like, she's probably the more well-rounded. Like, she can do a lot of multiple things in the kitchen, right? My mom, Chinese is like, that's her bread and butter. And my grandma, obviously Italian. But it's cool how, like, they each have their own specialty in that realm. Like, they probably do it all. But their specialty is, boom, whatever that is. It's pretty cool.
It
Yeah,
is.
my
And now
specialty is
Ashley
French.
is, like, she can make anything, too. You know, it's crazy.
Because when I was also traveling, I always dreamt of traveling the world, but mostly cooking and like eating and trying new foods. Little did I know that I would be vegan when I fucking did it, and so I never got to really enjoy a lot of culture's foods. Like if I go to the vegan restaurant and stuff, I might get something that sort of resembles the culture, but if it doesn't, then I just sort of see what they make. I still take the cooking classes on like Airbnb and stuff, or from locals. Airbnb, like they would charge you $25 and then you get to do some cooking classes with locals and stuff. So like when I was in Italy, I saw how they would make the wine, I saw how they did the pasta by hand, the gnocchi, like all these other things that we were trying to make. And everywhere that I was actually getting to travel, I got to learn how to make it. Like I was actually cooking like the meat and stuff, because I knew when I went back home, I wanted Juan and his kids to try it.
And Eric.
And Eric, you know, I would want them to try it, since like I was just like, look, like this is French, or this is Italian, or you know, this is Indian. I make Thai a lot. So, you know, just so you can always bring it back to like other people. Like, I don't know, it's a good way to share, because I was very self-cautious of criticism on cooking, and I wouldn't cook for anyone. And I remember I told Juan I would never cook for him, and here we are. But
See, she said the same thing to me. I was like, "Are you gonna make me food sometime?" He's like, "I will never." Eric, try this. Eric, try that. You want to try coffee? You want more coffee? You want this? You want this? And I'm like, "Hey, I'm just living the life."
Yeah,
It's funny because
Definitely.
I don't have that talent. I don't have that talent. I mean, I can learn for sure. I'm just not interested in it right now. Like, I'm a 5-star Michelin chef for microwaving. Like, whatever you got, I can microwave it. I got it. But like, it's cool to see someone else just do so well in, you know, something that I'm not familiar with. Like, even she made a French onion soup. She was like, "Oh, I fucked it up. It was so bad." And I'm thinking, I'm spooning the fucking bowl. I'm like, "This is so good. What are you talking about?" Yeah, she's like, "Oh, I messed up. It wasn't good." I'm like licking the plate, and I'm like, "This tastes great to me."
Yeah, it's like that time. She doesn't eat tuna, but she made the tuna.
Oh my god, yo,
it
the
was
spicy
bomb.
tuna.
Yeah, it was really good. You know,
Spicy
like,
tuna sandwich she made. I mean, I was shitting my brains out afterwards, but like, it was so good.
I tell you, and she doesn't like tuna, supposedly.
no, I
She
never
made
liked
it-
tuna.
She made it so good. Right or wrong?
Oh, 100%. I remember the one time I had a friend over, and like we were like, I guess she maybe heard us talking about contemplating if she'd go out to eat or go whatever. Next thing you know, she comes in with burgers, right? Burgers, and I'm like, "When the hell did you make those?" She's like, "Oh, I heard you guys talking, so I just made you food." And I'm like, "Oh my god, thanks, mom." Anyway, so she made the burger, and she doesn't eat meat. And she didn't have hamburger rolls. I mean, that's my fault because I didn't have any. So she used like white toast, like white bread, just made it, whatever, on the spot. Probably one of the best burgers I've had in my fucking life. Like, it was so good. You know, and then Angela can make anything as well. My mom as well, but it's crazy. Oh, I can't forget, speaking of my mom, happy Mother's Day. I know we missed that last week of announcing it, but happy Mother's Day to all the
Yes,
moms
yes.
out there. You know, your sacrifice is something that, you know, us as your kids can never thank you enough for. The kid might not notice it now, but looking back, they'll realize, like, damn, like, my mom was for real, you know? So happy Mother's Day to everyone.
Yeah,
Happy Mother's Day.
to everyone out there.
But anyway, so speaking of my mom, the one thing I said, that family recipe for the ribs, she also makes like meat sauce and with rice. Oh, it's not fried rice. Her fried rice and that are totally different, but like if I could survive off her ribs and the rice, I'm happy.
I want to try Sally's cooking.
One day you will. I'm gonna ask her, like, can you make this? Angela knows how to make it too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Angela's so talented. We love
Yeah.
her.
We're gonna have her back on the show sometime soon for sure. Now that we know how to do remote.
Oh yeah, we can do that.
Now talking about foods, I was thinking, what's the craziest food you ever tried? Whether it's gross, weird, whatever. Like, what's the craziest food you ever tried? Mine was jellyfish.
Wow.
How do they make it for
I
you?
was expecting that.
Huh?
How do they make it for you?
It was interesting. I mean, I didn't watch them make it. So what happened was, I was at West Essex, where I went to high school. I was part of the Chinese class. Learn Chinese, write Chinese, whatever. And we went on a field trip to Chinatown. And then the teacher ordered, she ordered normal shit, like not just crazy shit, but she ordered, fried rice, General Tso's chicken, sesame chicken, like the normal stuff that we would be comfortable with eating. And then she also got, a little more out of the box type things. Like, oh, you want to try jellyfish? I was like, the fuck are you handing me this?
Was it like...
But I tried it, right? So...
It was cooked or raw?
I couldn't tell you. I don't know. It was on a plate.
You don't remember the texture?
So I don't know how to get into. So it was like warm / crunchy on the outside, and then when you hit to the middle, you hear. It's not your teeth. It's like the little. For some reason, there's like I guess a little bone in
a
there.
vertebrae?
A vertebrae or something. And I was like,
Yeah.
I'm never eating this again.
Stop. I used to...
Bro,
when I watch SpongeBob, and you know how the jelly squirts jelly?
Stop it. Are you milking the tentacle?
Yeah, like a cow.
Wait, I was just like, jellyfish, they're probably filled with like sweet jelly, just like they did, because he would put it on toast.
Or the Krabby Patty with jelly?
Yes. Oh, Krabby Patty with jelly.
Be honest, have you ever made a hamburger and put jam on it just because you thought of that episode?
Yeah.
I've never done that.
I've tried a lot of cartoon foods that I've seen. I try to recreate them. It's so much fun. And there's someone who does that now, who's made a career off of it on YouTube. I think it's amazing.
Yeah, that's crazy. I had some interesting
I like the
foods.
triangles.
I mean, actually, you travel so much. There's not one food that you thought was...
I'm trying to think of it.
But you're vegan, so it's tough to, like you said before, try all the food.
I think for me, the craziest, it's not really that crazy, compared to most people, but I'm not really a seafood kind of person. The smell usually puts me off before the actual taste. So I've had fried calamari and salmon, which are probably the most I've gotten into that seafood category. And I was like, I don't know, I didn't... After tasting the salmon, I was like, this isn't that bad. And the calamari was like, at least I can say I tried it. but now I think I would want to have, a lot. I will admit, delivery has also kind of put me in a different mindset for fried calamari, because I'm like, oh, I gotta deliver this, but it stinks up the car. So
you don't eat sushi then?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I saw how truffle was made in Italy. I remember they were like, all right, we're in this farm, because they were showing us how, how they made mozzarella and how much the smell I can't get out of my head of what this big ass bowl, not a bowl, like a big ass, it looked like a tub, like a pool, just of mozzarella cheese, and the water that it leaves behind and the smell, I was like, Jesus Christ,
milky.
It smelled so disgusting. I was like, and they were like, okay, after the cheese, we went to the wine, and we're all stepped our nasty ass feet in this.
See, that's why I don't drink wine. I've never been a wine. I've never been a wine fan.
You're not a winer?
No, but some of these people,
I'm a bitch.
I remember that they were making us try the things that we were making, and I looked at everyone's dirty ass feet and my dirty ass feet, I was like,
we're drinking this now? Like,
Yeah.
Is it gonna be filtered? No, you're good.
I was just like, absolutely, like, no, like, I did not drink any wine. I was like, no, like, I'm hungover. I don't want it. So,
Man, you're perfectly fine.
like, it's okay. And I'm like, no, it's okay. So then, and then we went past to, where the pigs were. And I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna see how they made pepperoni. Like, this is disgusting. Like, I'm gonna probably pass out. And,
You ever see the movie Yes Man?
yeah.
Yeah.
When he faints at the chicken factory?
Oh yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, right.
Yeah, because I can't. Listen, in Dominican Republic, they'll eat in front of an open pig. Like, not like literally the pig is like just hanging there open.
hanging.
And they're just eating in front of it while there's flies in it. I'm like, you guys are disgusting. I can't do that. So we saw the pigs, and they were like, okay, you see what the pigs are doing? And like the pigs are rolling a ball. I'm like, what the hell is this ball? And it's like truffle. And I was like, wait,
The shit.
it's their shit.
It's the shit.
We
Stop!
Yeah.
truffle
It
oil.
comes from the pig shit. You didn't know?
It's so expensive, and it smells so bad.
Yeah, it comes from there.
No.
They make them into balls with their
Shut the fuck
noses.
up. Are you
No, it's,
And that's
it's
what
for
they were
real.
trained to
It's
do.
for real.
Wait, it's pig.
Yeah,
shit.
it's pig oil, pig shit's oil.
Yeah.
It's oils.
Yeah, just like, you know, shrooms, like the actual drug shrooms, it comes from cow shit.
Yeah.
I found that out last year. I did not know that.
I love truffles and now I don't. I don't.
And it's so expensive. I'm like, why is it so
That's
expensive for
disgusting.
pig oil?
I mean,
I'm
obviously caviar is fish eggs,
well, yeah.
but like pig shit.
I like the oil of
I'm
pig
like,
shit.
bro, yes, diarrhea. That's not oil.
Yeah, and I was just like, wait. I was just...
Oh, that's nasty.
Yeah, they put it in the gnocchi, and I was like, no.
I'm never eating truffles again.
Watch, I'm gonna get him truffle mac
Yeah,
and cheese.
I'm trying to think of other things. I actually have a pretty extensive list. Sushi to people could be weird, so I guess I'll throw sushi out there. But one of my ex-girlfriends, I went to with her to dinner, but it was like an event where they call it a game dinner. Game as in hunting.
Oh, no.
So it wasn't like I saw the animals being slaughtered in front of me or anything, but everything was cooked. Like you think chicken Alfredo, right? The pasta, it looks just like that, but the chicken's not chicken; it's venison, deer.
I had deer.
So I had that. I had deer, ostrich, buffalo bison. That is kind of normal.
I got a basic.
Bison is good.
Yeah, bison,
Okay, yeah.
squirrel, ostrich, and venison.
Dear God, Eric.
I tried it all, and it was delicious.
Did you eat a Pokemon as well?
Yes, I caught them all. Trust me, I caught them all.
I had venison and died inside in Pennsylvania.
But it was so good. Like I had, like basically a meatball parm, right? It was
What's
ostrich.
squirrel like? How can you just
So,
eat a squirrel?
Listen to this. The squirrel was these little empanadas. I had 12 of them before asking what it was. I'm like, these are so good. What is this? Like, oh, it's empanada. I'm like, yeah, but what's in it? Because I know everything else is different meat.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, that's squirrel meat. I was like, huh?
I didn't even know people go hunting for
Oh,
squirrels.
for sure. That's actually squirrel, rabbit. That's like the most popular.
Why no rabbit?
Because they're easy to get.
Yeah.
They're easier to get. You set a little trap and it fucking goes. And like getting a lion or something. I eat lion.
Lion.
I tried to convince Juan to eat alligator. We went to
That I couldn't do.
we went to freaking Louisiana for Mardi Gras, and they're like, you gotta try the alligator. And I was like, Juan, you have to try it because I can't. And he's like, this is why COVID exists. And I was like, Juan.
That's why COVID exists. I'm dead.
And I'm like,
Wow.
and I was just like, just try it. And everyone's just behind him, and they're like, oh my God, you gotta try it. It tastes like chicken. And then the waiter and everyone's like, it tastes like chicken, like you gotta try it. And Juan's like, I was like, come on, Juan, just get the fried alligator. He's just like, no. He was so freaked out.
The most unhealthy thing I ever ate.
Snake. What's
No,
snake like?
I never
Did you
had
tr-
snake. So
Oh.
what do you say? Dog next?
No.
No.
It's funny because I'm Asian. Anyway, so the weirdest thing and the most unhealthy thing I ever ate. I was gonna say a joke there, but I'm not. I was gonna say pussy, but that's not it. That wasn't what it is. For real though, the real thing that the thing I ate that was really unhealthy is you know the game What Are the Odds? Like
The what?
Okay, the game's called What Are the Odds?
Oh, what are the odds?
So basically, I say, Juan, what are the odds you do 10 push-ups? You're like, oh, 5, because it's a low number. It's something
Yeah.
easy to do. Ashley will go 3, 2, 1. If we say the same number, you have to do what I just dared you to do. If we get a different number, you don't have to.
Mm-hmm.
So because it's push-ups, you say, okay, 5. So we get the same number, big deal, it's push-ups.
Mm-hmm.
But I told you, what are the odds you go down to the police station and throw a rock through the window and then punch a cop? You'd be like, oh, that's a million, right? Because now the numbers are so many, it's hard for us to pick the same one.
Yeah.
But anyway,
7.
I didn't mean that because all cops are great. We're not going to punch cops. I was just making an extreme example compared to a simple one. So anyway, I lost. I lost in what are the odds? It was, what are the odds? Eric, what are the odds you eat a raw mussel off the beach? And I was like, I don't know, 100.
Well, this was Marcos?
Yeah. I was like, it was Marcos and John, 100, I think I said. Of course, my idiot self decided, shut up.
What beach were you in?
Um,
So I know the quality of the muscle.
I thought you were going to guess the number I picked. Never mind. The beach was probably Point Pleasant.
Oh, thank God. If it was Jersey Shore and you just went there,
Oh,
you know,
stop it. No, I have standards. I have standards.
I was going to judge you.
I was going to throw up. No, it's Point Pleasant. So, anyway, out of 100, I was like, I'll do it out of 100. Of course, it's me and John, the two dumbest. Like, when we're together, like, you all know this. Like, we share half a brain. Apparently, we're on the same half because we said the same number, 69. Ha 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 ha. Of course, right? I wasn't thinking that he would think that. But anyway, so I fucking picked up the muscle, I broke the shell up, and I ate the thing raw.
Wow.
I was
Did
fine,
it feel
though.
like a booger?
Yeah, like a cold, salty booger. And and it's moist. All the seawater's in it.
Yeah, those are the only things I don't eat.
Anyway,
Oysters, clams, all those
I
things
ate it-
raw?
yeah.
Nah,
well, I ate it raw.
I don't go there.
Probably
I
wasn't
don't go there.
Yeah, it's probably a dumb idea because I got really sick, but I was fine. Nothing happened. But I do love Italian like food where it's
You
the
just-
mussels, the clams, like baked clams. Oh fuck, they're so good.
Yeah, you just made me remember the joke of the blind man.
Huh?
Black man?
The blind man.
Blind?
The joke. Yeah, the joke of the blind man.
What?
Oh, they said black man.
Yeah, I was
No,
like,
black.
black.
I was like,
I heard black.
The blind man.
blind as in you can't see.
Yeah,
Okay, the blind man.
yeah. You made me remember that joke.
Well, you're going to have to say
What's the
that.
joke?
Like, I don't know the joke.
All right, so the blind man gets up in the morning, and he goes to the fish market. As soon as he walks in, he's like, "Good morning, ladies."
They smell like fish. That's not good.
It is good.
That's not good. You don't want it fishy.
Bone apple teeth.
But yeah, food's great, man.
You haven't eaten bugs yet? I know Juan has.
Yeah, I like grasshoppers. Yeah, grasshoppers are really good.
I've seen people eat on TikTok fried tarantulas. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, I've
It
seen
comes
those
back to
too.
life, imagine.
Huh? If it moves in your mouth, I would freak the fuck out.
It's
If
fried. It's fried. It's dead.
No, I know. I'm saying in general, like people who eat
Or we
live
said
and
the
like
magicians
insects.
like put the spider in their mouth and let it out. Oh, I hate that.
No.
But anyway,
I've seen people eat live insects on TikTok and stuff. So like I can't imagine something wiggly down my throat or like trying to, survive. And I'm like,
No, that's that would make I need a really big chaser for that. It's like forget this ever happened. Get it out of there. I don't want it to crawl back up.
Yeah, right.
yeah, I see on YouTube, not even just edible food, right? There's this thing called Food for Louie. I don't know if you ever heard of it.
The what?
Food for Louie.
No.
He eats like roadkill and stuff like that, like crazy shit.
oh my God.
Another guy is Shoe Nice, like a bald white guy. He'll
Is
drink.
he fat?
He's pretty big.
I think I know who.
Like bald. He eats like glue. Fucking, he downs tequila bottles. Like he eats like all these crazy shit. The one person said like eat 6 tampons. He just put them down. Like I'm like, bro, what the fuck? I was like, that's crazy.
It is crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
But that makes you now I'm thinking about another thing with food. Like let's say you're starving. Now, you were saying we would never eat bugs. You will never whatever.
Right.
If I was starving to death, I think I might eat some crazy shit.
Well, you're going to eat. See? It's
You
like
have
me.
to.
See, when I crossed the border, the first time, we ran out of
First
water.
time, there's multiple times.
Yeah. Immigration, they tell me a couple of times, they returned me back to Mexico, and I continue doing it. Yeah, what do you think?
It's that easy. Can you believe it?
I thought he came on the first try.
No, he's not that lucky.
So when I was crossing the border the first time, we ran out of water. All right, and these guys they left us on this certain place, so they were gonna pick us there. But it were after 2 days they didn't come back, and everybody was like, shit, they left us here, you know, and they just left us here, you know, they dropped us off, and we didn't have no water. So we started like searching around because that was the stop for them to leave people there and come and pick them up in the cars and leave again. So we started looking around and we found water in certain bottles, but it was all moldy and green inside already. So what we did, we took everybody's shirts, we ripped a little bit, and we used it as a filter. We used like 10 shirts as a filter, and we started filtering the water, and it came out clean. And everybody was like, fuck it, you know, we're thirsty. If we get sick, we're gonna get sick, everybody.
Or
Did everyone
die.
have to shit?
Yeah, and
Sick.
everybody just, we had sips of the water, little by little. Yeah, because the next day the guys came back, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
it's
but
like,
I had to drink that kind of water.
it's either get sick or die.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you
Yeah.
take
Yeah.
sick, right?
Yeah.
What about cactus?
What cactus? It's all desert. It's all dry. There's no cactus there.
There's cactus in the
No,
desert.
no, in that part
What
of the
cartoon
desert.
are you watching?
Yeah, no, that part of the desert. Yeah, there are cactus, but not in that
No.
part, not that area where we
The whole
were.
Cactus
the
have
whole-
water.
Yeah.
The whole desert isn't cactus.
Yeah, not in that
It's only
part.
parts of it.
Well, yeah, but I'm
they
saying,
need
like-
they need
No,
some
yeah.
water.
No, I know. I'm saying in general, like, while they were on their way, like, fuck, we're running out of water. And then I know that cactus are full of water.
I am not surviving with you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, in that area there were no cactus where they left us. It was because they left us in that area.
Yeah, the whole desert isn't cactus.
I'm gonna have a metal straw and I'm gonna just stick it into a cactus.
But here's the thing. So like, when you're dying of thirst, you know,
Yeah.
you know that show Man vs. Wild.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bear Grylls,
Yeah, yeah.
he drinks his pee.
Yeah, I seen that.
And all that. Like, I would never imagine drinking my own pee ever. Like, ever.
Apocalypse. Eric, what are you doing?
Drinking
I
my
just
pee.
pee. I put a little bit of tang in it.
Having some hot tea right
Kool-Aid.
now. Hot tea right now.
Anyway, so
Right.
if you're really gonna die of thirst, I think I would.
Of thirst?
Yeah,
You're dying
the
of
instant of
thirst.
surviving is gonna make you do
Well,
things.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, would you ever toilet water or your own piss? You're dying of thirst. Which one would you pick?
Is it clean toilet water?
Sure.
Yeah, I'll drink the toilet water. First, before the piss.
I
Because that's how a toilet works.
See, I would
the water in the toilet is the clean water that replaced the dirty water.
I know, but still, like,
Yeah, maybe micro
blow up an ass and like, I would pick choice
That's
C.
it.
I would wait for it to rain and just open my mouth.
I would drink that toilet water so fast. I'll pee in the toilet water to make more water if I was dying of thirst.
Yeah, right?
Like,
That next question was like, well, how recently was the toilet used? Like, I don't want to drink someone else's pee that's left over.
anyway, so watching Man vs. Wild, and then I mentioned the show. Watching Man vs. Wild, I definitely stored some like stuff in the back of my mind in case I need it. Like, you know, I keep a battery in my car at all times. Not just a car battery, you know, but like a AA battery. You can start a fire. You can start a fire with that.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, when you're really pushed, you know, you do some crazy shit to survive.
I think.
Would you ever eat a person?
No.
No.
To survive.
No, I don't go there. I don't think so.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, you're gonna die of hunger.
No.
You have
Yeah.
there's no fishing nearby. There's not even a dog nearby.
No. I
What is
wouldn't
with
do
the
it.
dogs? No. I wouldn't kill any animal.
I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, I don't think I could. I'd rather die before I do that.
Would we eat a child?
That's a person. What's wrong with you?
I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Fuck. No, yo, I'm definitely not going on survival with you.
No, yeah, because I wouldn't eat any of the animals. I eat a person before. Would you eat a person or an animal?
Animal first. What do we do now? What the fuck's a cow?
I meant like a pet. I meant a
Like,
pet.
would you eat an animal before you eat a person? I'm like, that's what we do now.
That's what we do now.
Sorry.
What the
Yeah.
fuck are we
Mentality.
doing now?
Vegan. Kicked in.
Would I eat a cat before a dog? I'll eat
Wait,
the
what?
cat first, and then the dog. I love dogs too much.
Yeah.
I can
Now you
never.
love what on the plate or how?
What?
I can't even skin an animal. Like, first of all, even when I ate meat, ask Juan. The one time I was making him pork, and he's like, "Why are you crying?" Because I had to put a bunch of holes in it. And this is before I was a vegan, but I was.
It's already dead.
I know, but I don't like the smell of raw meat. I never did, even when I ate meat or even when I
This was
cooked.
your awakening.
So I was just like, I would feel bad. I'm
Stop
like,
it, Patrick. You're hurting me.
yeah, that's literally what it felt like. I felt like I was killing it. So I can't even skin something. So I'd be like, I can't. I'm gonna just starve.
The most traumatic thing I had to go through with dealing with animals.
Right.
I went fishing and I was trying to get the hook out of the fish. I just couldn't figure it out. Like it just wouldn't come. Usually, what you do is as a matter of fact, like it's stuck right. You actually, what you do is you push further, push down, and then pull out. So it makes a little bit bigger of a hole. So the pointy part of the hook that sticks up can get out. And I was doing that, and I just couldn't get it.
Poor fish.
And I felt so bad for the fish. I was like, oh my god, I'm fucking torturing this thing. But like, I can't throw him back in with the hook in his mouth, or else it can't eat.
Yeah.
So I'm like, do I
He's gonna die anyway.
yeah. So I'm like, do I just yank and pull like half the mouth off,
Oh my god.
or
What'd you do?
or do I just leave it? And I was like, let me do one more try. And I just did a quicker one, and it came right out. And I was like, oh my god! And I threw the fish back in. But I was so upset. I was like, I just ruined that. Like, I almost killed that thing.
What was the point of it?
I'm just going fishing.
Yeah, just
You don't eat it?
cash and release.
No, I can't.
It's cash
it
and
was like
release.
this big. But
No,
like, you
me-
can't. And I
Catch
felt
and release?
yeah, they do that.
Yeah.
The hook.
Yeah.
If you do it, okay.
The fucking poor fish is like, fuck you, guy. I just wanted to learn. You're hurting me.
Here's the thing. It's like if you do it correctly, like I didn't do it right. I guess the first 5 tries. If you do it right, it's real quick. And it's a small hole and it'll
Like a piercing?
Yeah, like a piercing. It'll heal and the fish will be fine. That's why you do catch and release to younger fish, because when they grow up, it'll fix it.
Yeah.
That's why the bigger fish, the older fish, that's the ones you eat. Because once you rip it out, they might not heal right.
See, I didn't know that because I'd be like,
Yeah, so there's professionals in it.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm clearly not. I don't know. I felt so bad.
Yeah, well, for me, I have killed animals to eat. I started with chickens. I think I was like 5 or 6 years old when my mom started teaching me to kill
I had my first Happy Meal.
the chickens.
I had chickens there too.
Yeah.
Chicken nuggets.
Yeah. Yeah, they were
Some chicken in there.
yeah. And also to peel it off, we used to boil the water, and once it was dead, just soak it in there, sink it in there.
You cook it.
No, let it steam like 2 or 3 minutes. Just
Oh,
pull it off and
sanitize it.
yeah. No, to peel it off, to get the feathers off.
Oh.
The chicken. Yeah. And after that, you just cut in the middle, ungut it, wash it off.
Yeah, that's what you had. Get.
And you got the
chicken
chicken.
breast right in them.
I'm fucking gonna
raw
vomit.
chicken.
My family used
Yeah.
to do that. My family traumatized me. So, in New York, they have these shops where you can go in, and this is literally like in the Bronx. You go in, and it's like a big ass butcher, both live animals, like goats, chickens, whatever, and you get your local
You
eggs
name
and
it.
stuff.
You name it.
Yeah, they had it. So I remember I was 6 years old, and Mom's like, "Come on, we're gonna go." And she goes, "Oh, pick a goat," because they were gonna cook goat. But I didn't know that. I thought I was getting a new pet, and I was like, "We just moved to Pennsylvania, and I already had 4 dogs." So I was just like, I was like, "Wow, I'm so cool. I'm gonna have a fucking goat. Like I'm gonna have a pet goat. Like." So I picked this cute little black one, and I'm excited. I jump in the car. I'm ready. I'm like, "Yo, my goat's quiet. It's really sleepy." Like. And I'm just like, whatever. And when we finally get to my house, and we also brought like a few live chickens. And when my aunt would just crack the neck of the chicken and like slit its throat. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Me and my cousins are like fucking traumatized. And I'm like, so they were gonna start making the goat, and I was just like, Mom, where's the goat? Like I knew the chickens were for killing. So I was like, where's the goat? And she's just like when I'm eating. And she's like, on your plate. And I was like, I did not eat meat for that day. So then now, like, even when I was younger, if, for example, I saw the animal alive and then you killed it, I won't eat. I will just eat rice and beans. So, like, when I would go to DR, they would see wild animals and just start hitting it with rocks, and they're like, "Okay, that's dinner." I'm like, "You guys are fucking animals, you savages."
No, it's funny because I
I can't
picture
do that.
The reason that's so funny to me is because I can picture Ashley as a little kid, like so excited for the new pet because she loves animals and like she definitely picked the cutest one, you know, like the cartoon goat with the eyes popping out, like the most adorable thing.
Stop, it was so cute.
And then next thing you know, it's dinner.
Yeah, I'm like, and I didn't even start yet, like eating because I always ate my rice and beans first, and then I eat the meat. So,
You don't mix it?
huh?
You don't mix
When
it?
I was little, no.
What's wrong with you?
When I was little, I did it.
I love mixing my meat.
I used to be weird about my food touching, so.
I'll always eat meat. I'm so vegan that like I don't eat vegetables. I respect them way too much. No, believe it or not, today for Mother's Day, me, Angela, and some family members, and her husband Will, his mom, we go for brunch. And I'm looking at the menu. I'm like, yo, we got steak and eggs. They got fucking eggs Benedict. Yep. All these, chicken, southern fried chicken with waffles. I'm like, yo, it's all good. I fucking picked avocado toast with egg.
What is wrong with you?
It was delicious.
I know it's delicious, but that's something you can have any time.
I would never eat that ever. And then I saw Will.
For him, no.
I saw
For
Will.
you, it is. Not for him.
I
For
saw-
him, it's not common.
I saw Will order
Yeah.
it, and I was like, that sounds really good.
Yeah.
I was like, I've seen videos on TikTok about this. Let me try it.
Mm-hmm.
It was
Yeah.
so bomb. It was so good.
Yeah, it's because you and I, we eat him a lot.
Yeah.
But him, no. See, for us, it's common. And it wasn't common either for me because we started living together. That's when we started eating more. Because I saw her and I was like, that looks good. And I started making it myself too.
But
Brunch is the best. God, I love
question:
brunch.
when you go to brunch, do you lean more toward the lunch side or the breakfast side?
Both,
Breakfast.
half and half.
I usually go to the breakfast side.
Breakfast.
I think
I've always gone like lunch.
Me half and half.
Like to me, like at 10 a.m. or 10:30, 11, having a burger, it's like, oh, it's awesome.
No, I have to. It's always breakfast.
I love midnight breakfast. Like that time when we got really high with the cookie with Marcos, Nikki, you, me, and John.
And the waffles and shit.
Yeah, and we went like at like 11:50 p.m. Like almost the next morning. We're like, let's go to the diner. Like that was awesome.
I'm so
love-
picky with diner food.
Yeah, really, Nikki.
We turned this whole episode into a food episode.
pretty
We
much.
really
Yeah, seriously.
It went from talent, oh yeah, cooking, food.
Well, so anyway, you're not wrong.
pretty much.
But yeah, I mean, as you can see, we all have different talents, different strengths, different weaknesses, right? Things that I'm good at, not necessarily is Joe, Ashley, or Juan good at, and vice versa, right? So, if you're gonna try new things, try things that you're comfortable with trying. I mean, definitely dab in a lot of things and narrow it down. But definitely good to try new things. In the beginning, you're not gonna be good at it. Neither was anyone else who started
Nope.
something new. So it just takes time and effort to achieve the goal of mastering that craft.
No, it is true. It takes time to do something new. You want to learn something new, you just gotta put in your mind, okay? Like, you never tried it, nothing at all. You're not an expert, nothing, see? So you're gonna have to start from the bottom. But that's good, And other thing, like Eric was mentioning at the beginning of this recording, like, he was saying, like, like, right now, like, learn a new skill, I just want to say this, and this is from the bottom of my heart, okay? When everything started, the quarantine and everything, and this whole year all locked up, till right now, thanks God, over here in New Jersey, all the restaurants are open 100% now again, so a lot of people hopefully start getting back in track with that thing, too. And the thing is, like, if you have been already this year and you didn't learn a new skill, you seriously lack of self-esteem or the thing like to make you go for your dreams, So I just wanna say that, because it's a whole year, and you guys seriously didn't learn a new skill during this whole year. I don't know what's gonna be with your life, guys. I just wanted to say that. That's all.
Yeah, well said.
Always try something new. If you're passionate about something, don't don't ignore it. You know, it's a part of you. So definitely enjoy it. Enjoy your craft. Everything takes time, and you got to start from somewhere.
Yeah, that's very true. I definitely agree with every one of those points, and passion is definitely something that even if you don't know anything about it, jack shit, just the interest alone can get you further into it than something that you're not interested in and already have skills for. You know, I mean, I've been doing STEM teaching and all these education class, related things for years in multiple jobs, but that didn't stop me from trying to branch out to other fields.
But yeah, more of the story is, guys, just try new things, get out there, and if it's not, you can't knock it till you try it. Obviously, don't do crazy things like, oh, I'm gonna go shoot heroin tomorrow. Like, no, don't do that. But like, positive things for your life doesn't hurt to try. Always remember too, like, we have our Instagrams, like I said in the description. Reach out to us if you have any questions about anything, and we'll be happy to help. So, thank you guys for tuning in. Peace.
Thank you very much, everybody.